Hey, everybody. Welcome back to JoJo's Collectibles. Today, we are going to be looking at this Transformers Booster Box. That's right, we're looking at a Transformers Booster Box. They've been out for a while, but we finally got our hands on one. We've been, just itching to open it. Thank you all for also joining all those sip and rips that we have. We got those Pokemon cards, Locana cards. And so we really wanted to do a, special on Transformers because, as y'all know, Transformers, I grew up watching Transformers. I grew up with the Transformers. I collect Transformers. And so we are going to open up this nice, beautiful box of this booster box. In this booster box, we've been, doing our research on it, and, it's pretty nice booster box out there. We do have the 24 packs. So there are 24 packs in this. You do, of course, get your base Transformer card. So there's a base set, just like with any typical, trading card game set or, cards that come out. There is a base set. There is also some throwback 80s cards that are, we might find in this set. But then we start to think about what we can get. We get a holo, just a typical, like any other typical TCG. There is a holo foil in there. These are rainbow holo foils, and so we probably will get one per pack, just like normal TCG. And then you do have your creator cards. So the creators of the Transformers, they have some creator cards that have been thrown into the set as well. So we're hoping to get, to land some of those creator cards. And then you have some sketch cards, some sketch art cards that are signed by those artists. So yes, sketch cards that are signed by the artists. And so hopefully we can find and land some of those. And then we've seen the metal cards. So there's metal it's a metal card. Not really sure how to explain it, but I've seen a Megatron, Optimus Prime, Starscream. So we might be lucky and catch one of those. But overall, I'm excited, because this is the 40th anniversary of Transformers, and because, of course, I am a long time Transformers fan, Transformers collector. I've been, collecting since a little kid. Back then we didn't call it collecting. Back then we called it playing. And so yes, I've been involved in this, and then over time, eventually you'll be able to see the collection and how and the different parts of the collection that I have. And so we want to make sure that we can showcase that eventually. But 40th anniversary, Dynamite made these cards. Dynamite. And so we're going to be looking at opening up this box. Wow, that's a nice looking little display box. Okay, wow, that's pretty unique right there. That's nice. So the 40th anniversary. There's the look at the box. We're going to go through this box today. I want to thank you all for joining, and hopefully we can land some of those cards that we've been talking about. So let's see. I'm excited. This is the first pack that we're opening of the Transformers. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all that we do also get a puzzle piece in there. So those are nice looking cards, y'all. There's a throwback, I think. Oh, here's our foil. Okay, Wheeljack. We'll put those aside. Okay. And there's our puzzle piece. Okay, so, all right. There's our first pack, y'all. All right, second pack. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? It's nice. Okay. Looks like Triptychon. Trypticon. Okay, another puzzle piece. And so, if y'all didn't know, there's a lot of trading card games out there. It's a nice hollow Megatron right there. Oh, those are cool. And so there are, Lorcanas out there. Final Fantasy supposed to be coming out. In case y'all want to get that, that's a Magic the Gathering. Another foil, little side swipe. All right. And so, hopefully we get our hands on some of those as well. Also, if you are up and keeping up with the Transformers, you do know that there are some pre-orders. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Unbelievable. Well, we got a sketch card. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, wow. Sketch artist. Let me get that sleeve real quick. Let me get that sleeve real quick for that. Okay, guys, so that's pretty legit. That's pretty legit right there. Okay, so what I was also saying was Transformers, the toys, our Grimlock, Age of the Primes, shipped. You also recall the video that we did a short on, we did a short video that had the Grimlock that we found at retail. And so Big Bad Toy Store has shipped our video. Ooh, and it's a nice little foil right there. It has shipped our Grimlock. Okay, it's a nice little Autobot symbol. So our Grimlock did ship, and it did arrive. And so that's very exciting about that. But if you also go to the Big Bad Toy Store website and Amazon, they do have pre-orders now of some more upcoming Age of the Primes. And one that I'm particularly interested in is the Generation 2. There is a Generation 2 coming out of Slag and Sludge. It's a double set, both of them together. It's in a nice looking box. Flash that on the screen real quick. So that is coming out. And then, of course, if you still haven't made your pre-orders for those Constructicons, that's nice. Oh, that's a nice Megatron. And that's a nice Megatron. Oh, that's a nice Megatron. Oh, yes. Wow. Okay. Well, not only is this fun, because I'm a Transformers fan, but we now have... Oh, don't want to drop that and get that hurt. That's pretty legit right there. Okay, so we could get the Optimus Prime. Yeah. So again, what I was saying, that pre-order, you haven't gotten those pre-orders for the Constructicon double set. They're going to have more pre-orders coming in there pretty soon for the next group of Constructicons that are going to be coming out. And so you want to get those pre-ordered. I still have not received the original pre-orders from Big Bad Toy Store. However, we did find those others in the wild. So if you saw the short videos that I made on those, I did have those were out there in the wild as well. Constructicons. Oh, look at that Optimus Prime though. Optimus Prime. All right, so far we've gotten 2 sketch cards. These cards are pretty nice looking, y'all. I gotta say, these cards are pretty nice looking. And I don't know if I'm putting all the puzzle pieces over there. I don't know if I'm doing that completely. To be honest with y'all, I don't know. I want to thank everybody for coming out today, joining us. You know, this is not a sip and rip. And if you haven't seen any of those sip and rips, get out there, you know, and try to get you, try to go out there and look at those sip and rips. Shout out to my boy, Apollo Knott, Eddie Perez out there with the sip and rip cup that y'all see me using. I want to thank him for that and all the support. I want to thank y'all for, oh my gosh, oh, okay, wait a minute. I want to thank you all for that support. That pack was a little bit different. Okay, there we go with that. All right, got that in there. Another puzzle piece, I think. What the world? Oh, oh, what is this? 1 of 4. 1 of 4. Can everybody see that? That is a nice, that's what I was talking about. That metal card. Oh, I don't know if you can you see that? Oh man. 1 of 4. I don't know if it means that there are only 4 cards made or there's 4 of a different, you know. That's nice. And it's Optimus Prime, y'all. The leader of the Autobots. Like I said, this is my first time opening this. These hollows, you know, they don't look too bad. And these cards in general, man, they don't look too bad. You know, they really don't look too bad at all. Now, I don't know what these numbers are supposed to look like for these cards, but I'm excited. Look at that ravage. I'm excited that I got those art cards and that I got that metal Optimus Prime. I don't remember what I was talking about too particular. You know, I guess I've missed a lot of these puzzle pieces, y'all. Sorry about that. But these hollows looking really legit. And so these cards look pretty nice. You know, throwback card. Okay, this throwback. Well, it's different from this one, so could be a throwback or could not be a throwback. Also coming up on the show, you know, that's a nice looking Optimus Prime card right there. Okay. We will be opening a Lorcana booster box. So we're going to join us for that later. I gotta get back. I gotta get involved in these longer videos, y'all. Sorry about that. I've been making all these shorts, these sip and rips. And don't get me wrong, those sip and rips, we've gotten some good hits. So that's a nice looking Megatron. So we've gotten some really good hits in those sip and rips. Gonna continue those. We're getting up there in our 60s, y'all. Thanks for the support. So Thanks for that. That's a nice looking Devastator. Now these toys were pretty legit, y'all. I remember when I first got them. Back then, of course, you just playing with toys, you know. You're just playing with toys. Never realized that one day, you know, they could be valuable or invaluable or whatever. But the concept was remarkable. The concept of the Transformers toy line was indeed very, very remarkable. You know, that to me was very unique, different. You know, a toy that transforms. In fact, the whole, you know, animated series was pretty nice. When you think about what they did, how they did it, and then the toy line came out to make that toy line the way they did. So I guess this booster box is you know, coming to the end here. And I guess it's kind of like any other booster box. Okay, it's nice. Where, you know, you had your hits, or, you know, you're not going to get usually a whole bunch of hits. But I do like the foil cards that we got. I do like the foil cards. They do look nice. You know, the foil cards look nice. All right, no more packs. We got no more packs, y'all. No more packs to give. All right, so we got puzzle pieces. Okay. All right, so let's look at these foil cards that we got. You know, I'm pretty sure we got mostly everybody. Pretty well, not everybody, but Tripticon, look at that Wheeljack, Ultramax, that Megatron looks nice. Shockwave looks nice. And that's Buzzsaw, I think. Yep, Buzzsaw. It's that Buzzsaw right there. Mirage, Prowl, Blue Streak. Man, I had these as a kid, man. My friend had this Mirage. Man. This Prowl, I got it. You know, I got this Blue Streak. Had these as kids, man. Never had the Megatron as a kid. Got him later as a collector. But, you know, never had him as a kid. You know, Constructicons. I did have Brawn, and I want to say this is Huffer. Yeah. Never had Blaster. Did have Optimus Prime, though. I had Cup as a kid. And, you know, over time, yeah, my man. My man right there. Over time, I was able to get them as a collector. And so it was pretty nice to see. So I got, you know, those cards now. I mean, those Transformers now. But this Soundwave is nice. That Soundwave is nice. And this, wow, that Megatron. That Megatron is, that's really nice, y'all. But this foil metal, it's kind of thick and heavy too, y'all. Damn, that, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to fit in a sleeve. All right, so Optimus Prime. We got that bad boy metal card, and then we got those right there. Wow, that's nice. And then, of course, we got our hollows. And then we got our puzzle pieces. I'm sure there's more puzzle pieces in there. Look at this beauty, though. This beauty. So, 40th anniversary 40th edition Dynamite box. Want to thank y'all for joining us today. If you have not gone out there to get one, I recommend getting one. It's just like any other TCG, you know, whatever you want to call it, that, you know, the hits. Hopefully, if we had another box, we would get more hits. But those are really nice, y'all. I like that artwork and I like that metal card. But it was fun opening it. I'm a fan. I'm a collector. I love Transformers. I've been loving them since I was a kid. And so, you know, it's really, really nice to have this set to open. And so it's just really nice, y'all. And so I want to thank y'all for joining us. And then keep on the video on the website. We will be looking at the Lorcana box. We will be looking at probably some Final Fantasy here and there. We got some when it came out, so hopefully by the time this video drops, you'll be able to get your hands on some Final Fantasy. I know it's been a long time that this has been out, and I know we got our hands on some a while back, and it's taken me a while to get these open, but I'm glad I did. I like these art cards, these sketch artist cards, like that metal card. I think it was a success, just, you know, and if I wouldn't have gotten those, the foils look good, the cards look good. I'm a collector, like I said, I'm a fan. So there it is, Transformers 40th anniversary Dynamite trading cards. Remember, there's some Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders to go out there for Transformers. Go take a look at their website. You know, and then in August, also we got that Soundwave still coming. That Soundwave Lego set is coming out. So, you know, Transformers, you know, appreciate y'all. Let's roll out. See y'all later.